It's crazy, right? Y'all remember when we talked about this in one of my videos? Actually, it was around the same time when we met Remlin and we was in the city of graffiti and Engine had Remlin nullify a fatal blow, right? I told y'all, this shit was gonna come in handy when shit got dire and we were on the brink of death and somebody was gonna kill us. And that happened here. It happened in a way that I didn't even think was gonna happen. Who the fuck knew that Tomsy was gonna use his ability again and drill everybody through the floor, right? Who knew that? I didn't see that coming. That caught me off guard. I was like, oh shit, somebody's gonna pull up and fuck us up, i.e. Jabber. But here's the thing about that, right? Even though Jabber was somebody that I initially was just like, yo, that motherfucker's coming next. We know he's pulling up. I don't think Rudo would allow the same thing to happen twice. And on top of that, the GOAT woke up this chapter. Engine is alive. And that has me wondering, has Engine been awake this whole time and he was just playing coy, right? Playing possum the entire time just so we could get a read on what the fuck is going on? I could totally see that being the case because Tomsy had a disheveled look about him when he looked over at Engine after Tome was told to go check on him, right? Like, how's Engine doing? That whole time, I was just like, I think we have a problem. I want you guys to, use your brains, as majority of the people who have been shitting on Gachiakuta don't. Oh, and by the way, Gachiakuta will be on break coming up soon for the week, so y'all won't have a chapter this week, but I'm glad that I'm able to get this chapter out during the week that, nothing's going on, so that way y'all got something to do and something to talk about. But anyway, now that Remlin's charm has been used, who's to say somebody won't pull up and cause some mayhem? Or that could have been what they were waiting on, i.e. the Vandals. That could have been what they were waiting on this entire time. Because interestingly enough, right, let's just go over what we know about this chapter. So Tomsy thought it was a wrap, no pun intended. He's like, I got everybody roped in. There's no way they can fucking escape this bitch. And Zonka be killing me, bro, because this whole time he was just like, bro, I didn't get to do shit. You handled everything. Engine handled everything. I didn't get to do a damn thing, right? That's what fucking happened. But this is what I was talking about when Gris told Tome to go check on Engine, right? And Tomsy looked at his hand and he was just like, So I think at that moment, Tomsy knew that Engine was cool. And by the way, I love that the chapter is titled I Forgot, because it could be that, either us as the readers forgot Remlin left the charm, or maybe Kei Urana, jokingly enough, forgot that there was a charm and she wanted to use that shit. That would have been funny as hell, but I don't think that was the case. Amo goes on and talks about, it's been a while since I've been treated this roughly, and it makes you wonder, who the fuck did it before? Was it the Vandal boss? Which I could see, right? Because he's met her before. He said that without saying it, right? He's met her before. Maybe he was the one that put her in this predicament before. And she screams, right, saying save me, and tries to get everybody to break out. I was like, oh shit, this might be a problem. I think they're gonna break out. I want you to look at everybody's faces, right? Because the one that screams the most pain to me is Rio. As we know that Rio has had a bit of a troubled past just based off of, what we can infer from the conversation that she had with Rudo back in the early 20s, right? Somewhere in there. I think it was before departure, if I'm not mistaken. Because if you look at everybody else's face, there is determination. They want to get out because they want to protect whoever it is. Rio, on the other hand, doesn't look like she knows whether or not she wants to protect. It's almost as if there's something there that's keeping her from trying to protect him, but at the same time wanting to protect him. I think her backstory is next. Tomsy had enough of her tomfoolery, bro. He was like, you must really like that a lot, huh? He said, I'll release you, bro. And he drops him through the ground. This is what I meant, right? They went, it wasn't just, one fucking floor. It was like 30 of them bitches. I'm obviously exaggerating. It might have been like that. And this is what pissed off Zonka, because he's like, bro, you could have fucking killed them. Zonka was so confused because he thought that it was all over. He thought maybe Tomsy lost control and he just let his emotions get the best of him and he just let him go flying. But that wasn't the case, bro. And here you got Amo, right? She's like, yeah, even if you try to hide it, humans' real nature will slip out. They might die. Tomsy, he's winding down, right? That's what I like about the sound effects in these panels, right? He's winding down from using his powers. He was like, Zanka, have you forgotten that by any chance? And Zanka was like, huh? Like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? And he was like, it seems like you really forgotten. You know, everyone can be fatally wounded, but it'll only be nullified once because they have a charm drawn on them by Remlin, right? So Remlin is our lifesaver this time. And then as we go over to the next panel, Engine's like, yep, everyone's fine. As I am as well. I'll be confiscating your boots in the meantime. I was confused for a second here because I was just like, how the fuck did he get her boots if she was tied up? But I forgot the moment Tomzy let them fly through the floor, that means he also let her down as well. That is how he got his hands on the boots. This can go one of two ways. We'll talk about this now, right? Since I'm already 11 minutes into recording this shit. Either Rudo can get his hands on the boots and we'll see what they do there, right? I'm interested to see how these boots are gonna come into play for a full series user, right? Like, is it gonna enhance his power even more? The power system, I hate saying this because I did just make a video going in on the guy who tried to discredit Kei Urana in the world she's trying to build by talking about power systems. The power systems is still getting teased. We're still learning more about it, so we don't know what a series user entails, right? We still don't know. We just know that they're somewhat unique in the world of Jinkies, right? Like, they're unique. They have something that not a lot of other people got. Rudo's in particular being able to turn any piece of trash into a weapon because he cares about it that much, right? So I'm curious to see what that does. Yeah. While we think we got this shit all figured out and we took her Jinky away from her, Jabber could come, you know, swooping in and fucking things up because that's seemingly where this is leading. Anyways, man, let me know what y'all thought about this chapter down below. I'm also working on a video responding to some dude who said Gachiakuta gets worse. He also made a video talking about Gachiakuta's so mid it hurts. I don't want to respond to this guy because I feel like if I respond to this guy, that's gonna give him some sort of like exposure, and I would much rather that guy like continue being a hater and continue making hater ass videos and me not give him any time of day, because me giving him time of day means he won at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to do that. Even though his video was shit and his thought process is shit and he doesn't understand what the fuck is going on, we'll leave that, you know, for him to figure out on his own. But anyway, man, it's your boy XDomoSenpaix, and I will catch you guys in the next video.